This life is getting really awesome, isn't it, guys? If you're on the same frequency that I am, you've been flowing with spirit as well as abundance and prosperity. So let's talk about the twin flame dark night. This is something I've been aware of for a while, kind of been in and out of for a while, I think. Feels like I'm coming out of it. And so yeah, it's honestly similar to the dark night of the soul. I guess it essentially is the dark night of the soul. Um, except I'm pretty sure that each twin flame can go through it at different times. We still feel each other, but yeah, my twin flame has been telepathically telling me that she's already been through her dark night and come out and learned the lessons that it taught her. It was not easy. It's not easy for either of us. And it's not going to be for you either if you're a twin flame. And why does the twin flame dark night happen, and how is it different than the regular dark night of the soul? Well, it happens because it's usually a symptom before union, I understand, or before reunion. And it's possible that I'm going through it. My twin flame and I have both gone through it before our in-person union because we have such a strong telepathic, psychic, and precognitive connection. And we have actually for years now. I just didn't understand it until this year. So, yeah, it's, I think, a little more, it feels deeper to me. It feels different than the regular Dark Night of the Soul I've been through. And the Dark Night of the Soul, for some people, can be, well, for a lot of normal people, can be just one area of your life going wrong and sort of falling apart. Or sometimes it is like all of your life falling apart. This will happen with twin flames, either before the twins meet, or it will happen after you've met. And then there's the separation stage, which isn't, that never means that you're deficient or insufficient or that there's a problem with you two. Separation stage is always because that's just a natural push-pull movement of life, of energy, of magnets, of the moon, tides, twin flames too. We're not exempt from that. But yeah, that separation stage can be mitigated and shortened. So I have some tools in the Drama to Divine Union course. The link is in my description. The link to my course is in the description. That's an 18-week program, an 18-week course that the angels gave me to either shorten union or shorten separation to then get back to union, reunion, and clear out all the stuff that's blocking you and your twin flame from being together happily as a couple. So, what's different about the twin flame Dark Knight is that, at least in my case, it can be actually, it can be really, really long for some of us. Some deep lessons, a lot of karmic healing, just as is kind of necessary, I've learned and is essentially required to go through so much karmic healing, or it's ideal anyway, before you meet your twin. Because if you don't do a sufficient bit of your karmic healing, healing up your tough dark karma with people, then that's just going to come up and you should be magnified, be barfed up so much bigger after you meet your twin. I understand. And yeah, we do magnify each other, we do amplify. That's part of the ascension process. That's why it's so important to stay clear. And so, what the twin flame Dark Knight feels like is lessons coming up. That's kind of the easy part, in my opinion. Um, Usually, lessons that teach you forgiveness, lessons for you to practice forgiveness, um, especially with like your family or even friends. Practice compassion. The lessons that will come up will always be the lessons that your soul that or that you as a part of your soul needs to learn to then be the better partner that you can be for your twin. So pay attention to these lessons, pay attention to these situations that come up during your twin flame dark night. And yeah, for me, it's been lessons of compassion, lessons of forgiveness, lessons of better cooperation, better collaboration with others, lessons of learning to surrender and flow with spirit to better integrate my masculine and feminine inner energies. Not just, although I understand I'm the divine masculine of us, and so I'm just always wanting to push and create and get out there. But that can't go so far. It's really like a flamethrower. Too much of that and too much fire doesn't create. You need water and earth to create, to be fertile. So you need water, earth, fire, and air all complementing each other to create. Anyway, so I have a video also I made on my YouTube channel earlier this year, a few months ago now, called Six Ways to Mitigate a Dark Night of the Soul. And I made that while I became aware that I was starting this Dark Night period. Um, so what's different about the Twin Flame Dark Night, I believe, instead of just being like one big Dark Night event of the soul, that then you kind of come out of, actually, I know that a lot of people still go through multiple anyway at different times. But it really feels like it's actually been like in like chunks, waves for me. Um, some things that will happen during your dark night is your bank account will reach zero. You'll go crazy at times psychologically. Sometimes you'll want to hit someone or something. Thank God that you don't. Um, you'll have episodes of blame, of perhaps shame, darkness, guilt, grief. All those tough things will come up. Um, your body may exhibit symptoms from this tough period where perhaps your skin will go dry, sometimes in different places and not all one. Um, when everything feels like it's going well and you're receiving good things, then sometimes you receive too much of something or a type of thing in life, and then you just don't even have enough like resources or support or money then to be able to balance it and keep it there. So that's a lesson. Beware of feeling insufficient in your heart to the point that you feel like you need to keep buying or you need to keep acquiring other things, you need to keep learning other things, bettering your skills. even though sometimes that is essential and helpful. But be careful not to be impulsive in that type of state of feeling insufficient, because if you're making deals with anybody, contracts, signing contracts, business deals, financial or educational deals, or trades, or any sort of deals, or things like that, be very cautious if you're making deals with. Know who they are, know who the business is, research. Yeah, this is the period where it is essential to clean your room, clean your home, be a good steward to your home, clean your car, eliminate that mail pile, pay off debt, increase your finances, make sure everything is running stable. Come back to center and self and home every day. Develop self-care practices. Develop practices of meditation every day. Restructure your life so that your days are very well structured. You have morning practices after you wake up, morning practices before you even get out of bed, gratitude and thankfulness, envisioning how you want your day to go, envisioning what you want in life before you fully wake up. Then yoga, exercise, meditation, journaling, then a business task, or all of that. Before you also get into all of your hours of business tasks and the rest of your day, whatever you do, then be sure to eat your dinner before like 9 p.m. so then you can wind down, or even 8 p.m. and wind down, stop looking at screens. Before you go to bed, 2 hours before you go to bed, touch grass before you go to bed. Yeah, this is the time during the dark night, especially the twin flame dark night. For you twin flames, you know who you are. To every single day, actually one of the best morning practices after gratitude and envisioning practices before you wake up is go outside and put your bare feet on the grass, spend 5 to 10 minutes soaking in the sunlight. Your body, your nervous system needs to have that uh, circadian rhythm of seeing the sunlight actually when you wake up so that it knows that it's daytime, it's know that it's time to fully wake up, and then also touch grass before going to bed. And yeah, so yeah, the twin flame dark night is not easy. It's challenges, it's emotional and psychological upsets, but this happens because when you are bound to meet your twin flame, especially if you are already of a predestined kingdom spouse status and you're a precognitive like I am, and you and your twin flame have a big mission such as setting up spiritual temples for sacred initiations of the world and of people, and that caliber of sacred and spiritual mission, then the universe will call the biggest and the finest and best for you. But in order for you to achieve and like hold and be able to shift into the biggest and finest and best and the truly deeply sacred frequencies, unconditional love, the expansive, transcendent, timeless magnificence of the soul, of your shared soul that you share with your twin flame, and to have a purified and integral continuous flow of Kundalini up your spine and then down your front, back to your root. You need this. You need the twin flame dark night. You need to go through these healing processes. You need to go through the underworld barfing up the entire underworld so that you see it, thank it, thank the rejections, thank the deficits, thank the letdowns, thank the times you were rejected from a group because they actually weren't your highest and best good, and they would have been detrimental to it. The universe has your back. You are God. You are protected and supported and surrounded and guided by God and all of the angels. So remember that list. Make up your own daily schedule of self-care practices. Become your future divine ascended self. Tune into what that looks like for you. Even if it starts out as just imaginary at first, if you don't have strong precognition and you haven't seen yourself with your twin in the future and what that feels like, just start doing some creative free writing, playing with the possibilities of what feels right, not just right, but absolutely divine and magnificent for you. Divine and magnificent for you to be your true, most authentic, illuminated self. Imagining that all of the capacity of God can manifest in you, and you're the most divine possibility of you that you can even be on this planet in this body vessel. Play with that play with that outcome. See what you come up with. That is your future self, your ascended kingdom spouse future self. So I'll leave it at that. That is the highs and lows and darkness, some of the pains, examples of them anyway, um, of the twin flame dark night, and some ways to mitigate it, get through it. It gets better. Always remember that whenever it falls apart, whenever your entire life falls into the abyss, when the tectonic plates split, that only happens so that you become the new landscapes. It always comes back together. It always blooms. After you fall in the void, everything will bloom for you 1,000-fold, 10,000-fold, a millionfold. If you meet your twin, and when you do, that is a magnificent blessing. But that's only the door opening a little bit after turning the key. Then the real journey happens when you swing the door open with them and see what's inside on the other side. My links are in the description to peacefulrain.com, where you'll find the Drama to Divine Union course. And please do give this video a like and comment, because that helps this video get out there. YouTube recommends it to similar people, similar twin flames, more twin flames. And we're here to help each other. Twin flames are one of the ascension pathways, I believe, to the Rainbow Tribe, the foundation of the Golden Age. Thank you so much for tuning in to the official YouTube channel of the Peaceful Rain Temple of Empowerment. Please do me a favor and stay blessed.